Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back. Plant Abundance here. Glad to be with you once again after a bit of a hiatus from the YouTube channel. Had to take care of some personal stuff, but I should be back on a regular schedule here shortly. Just want to make a video tonight and reconnect with you guys and share with you some of the growings on back here in the backyard food forest. Here in the spring, it's May 21st, and things have really taken off over the last couple weeks. I've got a lot that I want to share with you guys, and tonight we'll just kind of breeze over things, and I'll be doing a more thorough tour here shortly. But as you can see, as I pan the camera around, things have really taken off now. There is abundance happening everywhere. This year is something special, I tell you. Right here we've got one of the hidden hugelkultur beds right here in front, and I've been picking some strawberries off these strawberry plants. One of the chickens right now is eating some of my tranchuta. Isn't that right? Isn't that right, Tweezy? I don't blame you. Anyway, over here we've got another strawberry patch. We've got some vining tuberous crops I'll be going over with shortly. Check out the cardoon. This is actually 3 cardoons, and this is just gargantuan. I can't wait till these flower heads start to open up, man. The bees absolutely love this plant, as do the wasps and butterflies. But I just can't believe the size of this plant. These are all transplants from one of the mother plants that I had growing back here. And just to the left here, you can see all the seed pods growing on some of these tree collards back here. Absolutely amazing. Just thousands and thousands of seeds I'll be collecting and hopefully sharing with you guys very soon. I've got lots of different varieties. Probably going to do some sort of a variety pack of seeds so I can get you guys going on some of these abundant varieties of kales and collards. I've been using these in my juices and smoothies, sautés. Something really awesome here. Over here we've got the wild pear. I've gone over this tree over the past few years. You can see how much taller it's gotten. There's some little fruits on here. Not that large of a fruit set this year, but still looking forward to trying some of those little sweet tart bombs. Little sweet tree candy is what I like to call it. The corn's grown up quite a bit. This other garden bed over here we're calling the Garden of Hope. That's because everything in here was pretty much transplanted from other areas of the yard. Some of these little rows here are from the seeds that I planted that all got mowed down by the pill bugs. Some of those has actually come back. Some of the kale and also the excuse me, I'm just so excited to be filming again, but some of the cabbage there. But let's keep on going through, and let me just show you some more of what's growing on. You can see my new little sun art there on the chicken coop. We've been getting a ton of eggs from the chickens. Just went and picked up a bunch more of the moss rock to do some more landscaping out here. The goji berry bushes, my goodness, I'm telling you, there are thousands of berries developing all over these bushes. I'm looking forward to what should be by far the largest harvest of goji berries. We've got 3 plants on this side, and we've got another 4 over here, all doing wonderful. And I'm sorry about the wind noise. That's one factor why I haven't been able to make a video sooner. The wind has been really powerful the last few days. Anyway, let's dip under here under the arbor, take a quick walk around, see what's going on. So right here in front, you can see the pineapple guava is now, it's got these little buds forming, then they start to open up, and you've got these beautiful flowers which are actually edible, but I'm going to let these go all the way to fruiting. Cannot wait to give this a try. Have yet to actually have a pineapple guava. It is a slow growing evergreen shrub or tree depending on how you prune it. The dahlias are just about to pop, and I've got dahlias all throughout the garden. All of them took. Really happy about that. Something interesting about see, I'm doing so much talking I'm forgetting where I'm at now. Okay, so this kumquat, it actually almost worked out like a deciduous tree this year. It dropped like 90% of its foliage and then just started to flush out new foliage. I don't recall that happening in previous years, so not quite sure what's up with that, but it seems like a natural process for this tree, and it's coming back strong. So we'll keep following on that. Excuse the mess. There is, like you can see over here, things are just getting dense in certain areas. There's some chop and drop that needs to be done. Some of this stuff I'm just going to let it go and get dense, you know. This is a food forest, and sometimes I have the tendency to want to make things a lot neater and cleaner than they need to be. Got to remind myself what it is I'm trying to do back here. But the trees are getting tall, you can see. This white mulberry was loaded with mulberries about a week ago. We harvested a few, and I guess the birds came in because I'm not seeing many anymore. That's a little one there. There's a few more. But yeah, most of them are gone at this point. All the comfrey growing is attracting plenty of beneficials. It's all flowering. Here we've got Brussels sprouts taken off. I haven't watered this in probably nearly a week. A lot of the garden hasn't been watered in about a week, and you can see the abundance still taking place back here. This is what it's all about. You know, the density is really helping to shade out the ground. Here we got some nasturtium, edible flowers and leaves. And the hugel pots are doing great. Again, haven't watered these in over a week, and the mints look very healthy. I need to get out here and start harvesting some of these mints. Haven't been doing anything with that, but these are great to add into juices. So anyway, let's keep walking around this way. See, I've got some dense fava beans growing here. These are about getting near 4 feet tall now. Right in front of this pomegranate. This pomegranate has, I don't know how many flowers. It had a lot more a few days ago, but I would say well over 100 flowers. So if you've been following along, this tree got hit pretty hard with the freezes that we had, and it had already started to put out its foliage. When the freeze came in, killed it all back, so I was kind of concerned, but this white variety of pomegranate is coming back strong. This wonderful variety over here has yet to show me any flowers, but it's looking very healthy. And let's just pan the camera over to the right over here. I want to give you guys multiple views. See the hot vines growing up the fence. There's a Dino tree kale towering up there at about 13 feet, loaded with seed heads. I'll be harvesting those soon. And these kales are now starting to flush out new leaf sets. I'm going to give you guys a closer look at that shortly. But when these tree kales look as if they're just bolting and they're going to be done, they keep coming back. Plum tree's looking good. A lot of plums on here. We got some figs coming on. Some of these are Breba crop, so the first of 2 crops to come on, but we've got some new baby figs starting now, so you can see. Oh yeah, I can't wait to get some figs again. The Peter's honey fig, my favorite. Now here's a project that should have been done a long time ago. The Kiwi Trellis. I opted to leave these plants where they are. I'm going to build a trellis. Instead of using the pressure treated, I'm going to go with a natural redwood. So that's been the holdup, but they're doing fine. They could use a bit of water right now though. Here's another tree collard here, or a tree kale, just loaded with seed heads. Peach tree, Florida King, it's really close. I already harvested one of these. It wasn't quite ready yet, but just loaded down with the peaches. This is abundance, guys. And next door we got the nectarine. This thing needs to be thinned out soon. Didn't fruit as heavy as I had hoped for. Got to really search for them actually at this point, which I'm not going to spend too much time on that now, but I guarantee you there's some nectarines on there. We'll get back to that later. Artichokes, another thing that I should be harvesting. I should have already harvested. Some of these are past prime for eating, and they're about to get into bloom. I've got artichokes. Sorry about that, camera died. We're back and keep rolling here. These two fig trees, brown turkey, blackjack, looking abundant. This is asparagus. So I actually had quite a few asparagus come up over here and let most of them grow up into this fern just to let those root systems fully develop. Back over here on the trellis we got snap peas. Oop. There we go. The wife's gonna make some kind of a pancit with these on the weekend. Letting those go. Behind the trellis we've got sunchokes or Jerusalem artichoke. This is another corner that always gets kind of neglected. It's the furthest point in my garden, and because of that it sees the least amount of water. So I really need to probably put an automatic watering system back here throughout the garden, in fact. Just make it a lot easier. Sorry, my neighbor's dog likes to come up and say hello. Need to get this white sapote into the ground. Just kind of put it into its spot. This is where it's going to go. This can get nice and tall, 20-25 feet. So I'm going to plug it right back here in the corner, occupy this space. The sugarcane, even with the lack of water, is still doing well. We got potatoes here. Got a baby grapevine over there. These grapevines were pruned back heavily just to reshape the plant and how it grows, but we've got some nice little bunches of grapes developing anyway. Now check out this gargantuan artichoke plant. I know. We're talking almost maybe a couple dozen artichokes on here. I mean, look at that guy right down there. That could feed a family. So, I don't want to make any promises, but you should see in the next few days me at least harvesting these, and we'll be preparing these and eating some of those up. I can't wait. Alright, fruit trees. Towering. I've done some pruning on these trees. This particular tree here I'm letting get really tall because there's a bird's nest in here. And the mama bird, if I see her, I'll shine the camera. You can see the nest up there. She's always hopping around when I come around here. Just making sure nothing's happening to the babies. Avocado tree, flushing out beautifully. More tree collard, tree kale. And here we've got more sunchokes, nice little bunch. These will put off beautiful yellow flowers, looks just like a sunflower, and we'll fill this little spot in nicely. See down here, I need to get out here and harvest some more of the Swiss chard. We've already had a couple sautés, but it's really taken off here amongst all the strawberries here. See if I can find a ripe one. Get rid of that. Again, this area could use some water, so I'm going to be giving some water to all my plants tonight. I hope the wind noise isn't too bad, guys. Another artichoke. Got some beautiful pears forming over here, and this has been a bit of an issue this year. This is fire blight. I need to cut that back. You need to cut back about a foot from wherever you see that disease occur. And it's been an issue this year. Here we've got Valerian Root. Here's a new plant here. We've got some yarrow. There's a nice red strawberry back there. Could use another day, but we'll just pluck it off and eat it now. You know, you can eat the greens of the strawberries as well. Lots of fruits on the pluot and the plum tree. You can see how tall it is. Could use a bit of thinning out. So this Harrow Delight pear here, which was loaded with pears at one point, just became decimated with the fire blight. And I cut most of it back, and it's come back. That tree's coming out this year, unfortunately. 7-year-old tree. I've got 2 trees in one hole here. The variety on the right is, can't remember it at the moment, but that one's doing just fine. So at least there's that. We've got a tree that's going to be able to fill in the space, even though I have to cut the one out. Here we've got some black currants. Well, these are the red variety, sorry. I've got another one that's black. Not quite ready yet. A lot of berries there. The Loquat tree didn't produce much this year because of the pruning I did the year prior, but we've got some ripe Loquats. If you've never seen one, this is what they look like. We'll polish that up a little bit. Take a bite out for you. See those seeds? I really like this fruit. It is tart, a little bit sour, but very sweet as well. Been harvesting a ton of mushrooms, and a ton of mushrooms have also gotten by me. Show you some of that. Here's some mushrooms I didn't get to in time. They're everywhere. They're literally popping up everywhere. Got the hollyhock starting to go into bloom. Citrus, sea buckthorn. Got another cardoon over here. Some horseradish down there. And this is my little hangout spot right now. Got the sun umbrella with some LED lights there, remote control, light switch. And we'll just sit under here. We'll watch the fish. The pond has been, what can I say? If I could do it over again, I'd do it over again. And I highly recommend having a water feature similar to this in your garden, your backyard. It's so peaceful to be out here watching these fish. The sound of the fountain is nice. I'm going to be growing some things that are edible in here as well, like watercress. But right now, we've just got some clovers, lilies, iris, stuff like that. And the other day, what I actually did was drain out a portion of this using my transfer pump, and I used it to feed all the plants in the surrounding area here. And boy, did they like it. The leaves instantly turned bright green on my plants. They started reaching towards the sky. So definite benefit is to have this tub of fertilizer right here ready to go. I think I dispersed about 150 or so gallons of fertilized water onto my plants and refilled it with water that had been treated with some pond conditioner so that it breaks the bond of the chloramine, which is chlorine and ammonia. That way it's safe to put back in there for the fish. So you can see this hugelkultur over here is loaded with the greens. I talked about that was my plan this year. And this hugel over here, I cut back all the greens, and we've got some Armenian cucumbers growing up. That's what's mainly going to be taking over this area. But we got daylily, ashitaba, chrysanthemum. There's some mugwort here. Here we've got the longevity spinach coming back strong. So yeah, guys, things are growing in abundance back here. just as planned. Year 7 of this food forest project. So happy right now that all of this, I mean, I've been busy over the last couple weeks taking care of things, not just the garden. Haven't spent much time out here, and you can see how it's just going on its own for the most part. This is what I dreamed of, and now it's occurring. Such a blessing. I hope you guys are able to obtain your dreams and your goals when it comes to gardening. It really is something that is fulfilling and rewarding and contributes to your health. I just had a green juice, juiced up some of the greens out here. Check out the Ashitaba patch. I've been throwing these in my smoothies. I mean, this is abundance. It's more than you can actually use. And that's what I was going for. I am going to sign off now. Just quickly want to share with you, we got carrots over here, the borage, the aronia berries are coming back. Check out this lupine flower, nitrogen fixer, really beautiful. So that's going to do it, guys. It's going to do it for now. I want to thank you all for being patient with the lack of uploads. I should, like I said, be back to a semi-normal schedule, at least a couple videos a week now. So anyway, you guys have yourself a wonderful evening, and I'll be talking to you again real soon. Take care.